Someone close to you is dying, but they hid it from you. And the name will shock you. My beloved child. Listen carefully, because something huge is waiting for you, something so intense that once you hear it, you will not be able to look away for even a single second. Today, the universe is forcing you to face a truth that has been hidden in the shadows, protected behind silent tears and forced smiles. Someone close to you, someone whose presence has shaped your world in ways you still don't fully understand, is fighting a battle you were never supposed to see. They are sick. Their time is slipping away piece by piece, and the reason they hid it from you will shock your entire soul. They didn't hide their pain because they feared death, they hid it because they feared breaking you. Yes, you. The one they love more deeply than you realize. The one who gives meaning to their suffering. The one whose name they whisper when fear becomes unbearable. And right now, as you hear these words, their heart is holding on to your memory like it's the last thing keeping them alive. Amen. Blessing 111. A truth this heavy doesn't come by accident. There is a cosmic reason you were pulled to this message, a reason you felt this title strike your heart like lightning. Because the name of the person who is dying, the name you have avoided thinking about, the name that your soul already knows but your mind refuses to accept, is rising inside you right now. Your body felt a sudden heaviness, didn't it? That whisper in your chest, that sinking feeling in your stomach, that flash of a face you love, this is not coincidence. This person, the one whose absence would break your world, whose voice still guides you even in silence, whose smile still protects you even from afar, is holding a truth so painful that they chose to suffer alone instead of watching your tears fall. And the moment their name fully forms in your mind, you will understand why destiny brought you here today. Amen. Blessing 333. A new wave of truth is rising for you now. My beloved child, hear this like your soul is sitting in front of me, because what I'm about to uncover will shake you deeper than anything you've ever felt. This person, the one hiding their illness, didn't just keep it from you randomly. They have been preparing themselves for months, maybe even years, building layers of silence around their suffering so you would never sense how fragile they've become. Every time you noticed their voice trembling, they laughed it off. Every time their hands shook, they blamed the cold. Every time they avoided your eyes, it was because the moment they looked at you, they knew they would break. They knew that one single look from you would reveal everything. And they didn't want to see pain in your eyes because they believe your heart is too pure, too soft, too loving to carry such a burden. So they chose to suffer alone while protecting your smile. But destiny is done with silence. The truth is coming toward you like a storm, and you cannot escape it anymore. Amen. Blessing 222. There is a moment, just one, when the universe taps you on the shoulder and demands your attention. And that moment is happening right now. You may have felt sudden chills recently, random heaviness at night, or unexpected thoughts of a certain person appearing in your mind without reason. You may have dreamed of them, felt their presence, or sensed that something was off. That wasn't random. That was your soul connecting to theirs, because their energy is calling out for you, whispering your name in fear and longing. They want to tell you. They have tried. They have rehearsed the words 1,000 times. But every time, they stop. Because how do you tell someone you love more than life itself, that you might not be here tomorrow? How do you say goodbye to the only person whose existence gives you strength? They couldn't. They can't. So they hide. They pretend. They smile. And every day, their secret becomes heavier. And every day, your name becomes their final prayer. Amen. Blessing 555. Now listen to this like a revelation written only for you. The reason you found this message right now is because time is running thin. Destiny is stepping between you and this moment with full force. The truth that has been buried under their silence is rising like fire, demanding to be seen. And inside your heart, you already feel who it is. That sudden ache in your chest, that tightening in your throat, that one person whose face flashed across your mind without warning, that is not imagination. That is the universe revealing the name to you. Because the person who is dying, the one who has hidden their sickness, is someone whose absence would break your entire world in half. Someone whose voice has shaped your life since the beginning. Someone whose love built you. Someone whose presence has been the foundation of your strength. Someone whose loss would change you forever. And the universe is preparing you for a truth that you cannot avoid. The name is coming. The revelation is close. Stay still. Don't breathe. Don't blink. Let destiny speak. Amen. Blessing 777. Another layer of truth is unfolding for you now. My beloved child, destiny is pushing you into the deepest corner of this revelation, because the universe cannot allow you to remain blind anymore. This person who is hiding their sickness has been fighting alone in the dark, whispering your name into empty rooms, holding back tears so nobody hears, and forcing themselves to stay strong because your happiness is the only thing that comforts them. You may remember moments when their voice cracked, when their messages suddenly became shorter, when they avoided meeting you, when they became quieter, when their energy felt different. Those weren't small changes. Those were signs. Signals. Silent cries for help. But every time they wanted to open their mouth and tell you the truth, the fear of hurting you silenced them. They wiped their tears and forced a smile so you would never guess the battle they're fighting. And now the universe is stepping in, because the truth can't stay hidden any longer. Amen. Blessing 111. The next wave of this truth will hit you like a forgotten memory returning. There are moments when a name rises inside you without warning, moments when your heart becomes heavy for no reason, moments when a face flashes in your mind and you don't know why. That is your intuition trying to guide you. And right now, that same intuition is pulling you toward the person whose time is silently running out. You may have felt random sadness recently, or a tightness in your chest, or a sudden emotional shift you couldn't explain. That wasn't coincidence. That was your soul sensing theirs. Because this person is thinking of you constantly. They whisper your name when nobody is around. They hold on to memories of you like they're holding on to their remaining time. And even now, as you listen to this message, they are wishing they could see you, hear you, feel your presence, just one more time. Their love for you is deeper than you can imagine. Their fear of losing you is stronger than their fear of their illness. Amen. Blessing 222. Now let destiny bring you to the edge of this revelation. The universe is preparing your heart for the moment you realize the truth. Because the name of this person, the one who's hiding their illness, is someone whose loss would break you in ways you have never experienced. Someone whose voice has guided you through your darkest moments. Someone whose love shaped your courage. Someone whose absence you never even thought about because you believed they would always be there. But now, they are fading quietly, silently, hoping you won't feel the shift, but you already do. That sudden heaviness. That unexpected fear. That one face your mind keeps returning to again and again. The universe is showing you the name. Your soul already knows it. And as the truth gets closer, your heart is preparing itself for the moment everything changes. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, another truth is rising, deeper than before. There are moments in life when silence becomes louder than words, and right now that silence is surrounding you like a shadow waiting to be understood. This person, yes, the very one your heart keeps thinking about, has been drifting through their days with a quiet pain they can't confess. They watch your photos longer, they read your old messages again and again, and they pause at your name the way someone pauses before taking their final breath. They keep pretending they're fine, pretending everything is normal, pretending time isn't slipping away from them, but the universe sees everything they're hiding. And today, it decided you cannot remain in the dark any longer. This truth is not to hurt you, but to prepare you. Amen. Blessing 555. Another wave of destiny is moving toward you, unstoppable. You may have noticed recent shifts, tiny ones, that didn't make sense at first. Their tone became softer. Their replies slower. Their face a little more tired. Their presence a little more distant. These weren't coincidences. These were cracks in their walls, cracks they were desperately trying to hide from you. Sometimes they opened their mouth to tell you everything, but their voice failed them. Sometimes they picked up their phone to message you, but their hands wouldn't move. Sometimes they thought about calling you, but tears came faster than words. They fear losing you more than losing their own life. They fear that once you know the truth, your smile will fade. And they cannot bear that. So they carry the weight alone. Every day. Every night. And destiny is watching them unravel quietly. Amen. Blessing 111. The closer you get to the truth, the heavier your chest feels. That is not imagination. That is your soul aligning with theirs, feeling the tremors of their struggle. Because this person has reached a point where they no longer have the strength to hide everything. Their energy is thinning. Their light is dimming. Their heart is tired. And the universe is guiding you to this message because the moment of revelation is near. The name you're trying not to think about, the name that keeps rising inside your mind, the person whose absence would tear your world apart, yes, that is the one. Your intuition keeps circling back to them because destiny refuses to let you ignore the truth any longer. You were meant to hear this before it becomes too late. You were meant to feel the shift before reality hits. You were meant to know, because your soul is connected to theirs in a way that cannot be erased by time. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, destiny is pulling you even deeper now. There is a reason your heart is beating differently as you read this. A reason your chest feels tight, your breath slows, your mind keeps circling around one specific person. That is your intuition preparing you for a truth that has been quietly walking toward you for months. This person, the one hiding their sickness, has been holding on to you like you're the last light left in their fading world. They replay your memories in their mind like a movie they don't want to end. They stare at your photos longer than before, tracing your face with their eyes as if trying to memorize every detail. They think about moments with you they never showed anyone. And when the pain becomes too much to bear, they whisper your name under their breath like a prayer, like a final wish, like a lifeline pulling them back from the edge. Amen. Blessing 111. Another truth is surfacing, and it's more intense than anything before it. This person didn't hide their sickness out of pride. They hid it because they didn't want you to feel guilt, fear, or sadness. They know you too well. They know your heart is sensitive, compassionate, soft in places the world doesn't see. They know if you found out earlier, you would have dropped everything to care for them, even at the cost of your own dreams. That is why they chose silence. But their silence is breaking now. Their strength is fading. Their body is tired. Their soul is calling out to you louder than ever. You may have felt it, that sudden urge to check on them, that strange sadness you couldn't explain, that random heaviness that came while you were doing nothing. Those were signals. Warnings. Their energy reaching out to you because they no longer have the strength to keep the truth buried. Amen. Blessing 222. And now comes the part destiny wants you to hear with your whole soul. The universe is not revealing this pain to punish you. It's revealing it because the time to face the truth is getting closer. The name you fear, the person whose loss would destroy a part of you, has been circling inside your mind for a reason. That face that flashed before your eyes just now, that sudden emotional sting, that feeling of, please don't let it be them, yes, that is exactly who destiny is pointing to. They have been hiding their symptoms, hiding their weakness, hiding their fear, but their heart cannot hide what is happening anymore. And the universe doesn't want you to be unprepared. You were meant to know before the world shatters. You were meant to feel it before the truth reaches you through someone else. And you were meant to hear this message so your soul could brace itself for the moment that will change everything. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, a new chapter opens now, and it's heavier than the last. Before I continue, pause for just one heartbeat, because something huge is waiting for you in this part. The next truths are not just revelations, they are earthquakes meant to shake your entire understanding of this situation. The person who is hiding their sickness from you is reaching a breaking point, and destiny is pulling you closer to their reality. Their condition is worsening faster than they admit. Their body is weaker. Their nights are longer. Their pain is sharper. And yet, they still hide it. They still smile for you. They still pretend everything is fine. They still hold your name like a shield. And now the universe is saying, you must know. You must feel. You must prepare. Because the truth is no longer far away, it's standing right in front of you. Amen. Blessing 111. A new revelation strikes like thunder. This person is secretly living in fear. Not fear of dying, but fear of leaving you behind. They are terrified of the moment you find out. Terrified of the look in your eyes. Terrified of your silence. Terrified of your tears. They replay that moment in their mind again and again, and every time, it breaks something inside them. They don't want you to suffer. They don't want you to blame yourself. They don't want you to think you failed them. That is why they've locked themselves in this silence, suffering in the dark, pretending in the light. But destiny refuses to let this continue. The truth wants to break out. Their name is rising closer and closer to the surface. You can feel it in your pulse, can't you? You can feel it in your chest. You can feel it in the heaviness that sits on your heart every time you think of them. Amen. Blessing 333. Now listen carefully, because the universe is about to reveal the most crucial part yet. There is a reason your soul keeps pulling you back to this message. A reason you cannot stop thinking about that one specific person. A reason their face flashed in your mind the moment you started reading. That is not coincidence, that is connection. Soul connection. Emotional connection. Destiny connection. Their energy has been crying for you silently. They've been wanting to tell you everything, but each time they tried, their voice broke before the truth could come out. And now, the universe is preparing you because the moment of revelation is coming faster than you expect. Their name, the name that will hit you like a tidal wave, the name that will change everything, is closer than ever. Your heart already knows it. Your intuition is whispering it. Your soul has already felt the pain of it. And soon, the truth will stand in front of you with no more hiding, no more pretending, no more silence. Amen. Blessing 555. My beloved child, destiny is pulling you even deeper into the heart of this truth. What you're feeling right now, the tightness in your chest, the sudden silence inside your mind, the way one specific person's name keeps rising no matter how hard you try to push it away, is not coincidence. It is your soul recognizing the truth before your mind accepts it. This person has been breaking piece by piece, hiding their pain behind forced laughs and short conversations, pretending they're busy when really, they're exhausted from fighting a battle that has drained them completely. They look at your messages and smile, not because they're okay, but because you are the only light that gives them strength to hold on. They hide their sickness because they want you to keep seeing them as strong, as steady, as the person who once held everything together. But the truth is, they are fading faster than they expected. Their body is weakening. Their nights are filled with fear. And yet, their biggest fear is still the same, hurting you. Amen. Blessing 222. Another wave of truth is rising, and it's more intense than anything before it. You see, the universe doesn't send signs randomly. The sudden sadness you felt last night, the moment your mind drifted to them out of nowhere, the dream where their face appeared so clearly, it all meant something. Their energy is reaching for you. Their soul is calling your soul. They want to tell you the truth, but they can't bring themselves to watch your heart shatter. They've practiced the words alone in dark rooms. They've stared at their reflection trying to gather courage. They've imagined telling you, but every time, their throat closes, their eyes fill, and the truth gets buried again. This silence is not strength, it is fear. And the universe is done watching them suffer alone. That's why destiny pulled you here today. The truth wants to reach you before time does. Amen. Blessing 444. Now prepare yourself, because destiny is pointing directly toward the name. There is someone whose absence would break your world apart. Someone whose voice shaped your life. Someone whose presence made you stronger without you noticing. Someone whose loss you're not ready for, and destiny knows that. That's why it's preparing you slowly, carefully, painfully. And that is why this message keeps pulling you deeper. The universe is revealing the emotional truth to you before the physical truth reaches you. Because soon, very soon, the silence will break. A message. A call. A whisper. A sudden change. Something will happen, and the truth will finally reach you. And when it does, the name you've been avoiding, the name your heart already knows, will hit you like 1,000 storms at once. Their love for you is the reason they hid their sickness. Their fear of hurting you is the reason they stayed silent. But destiny is ready to open the curtain. And your soul is already bracing for impact. Amen. Blessing 777. My beloved child, the universe is about to pull you into the deepest layer now. You may not realize it yet, but your soul has already started mourning something your mind hasn't fully understood. That sudden heaviness you felt earlier, that moment when you stopped breathing for a second, that strange emotional shift that hit you out of nowhere, those weren't accidents. Those were warnings. Signals. Echoes of a truth that's crawling closer with each passing second. The person hiding their sickness from you is running out of strength to pretend. Their smiles are forced now. Their voice trembles when they speak. Their eyes hold a sadness they try to hide by looking away quickly. And every time they think about you, a wave of guilt washes over them because they know, one day soon, you will face the truth they've been protecting you from. Amen. Blessing 111. A new heartbeat of truth is unfolding, and it's impossible to ignore now. This person lies awake at night thinking about you. The quiet hours are when their fear screams the loudest. They wonder how you'll react. They wonder if you'll cry. They wonder if you'll blame yourself. Their tears fall silently onto the pillow as they imagine you finding out. They hate themselves for keeping this from you, but they fear your pain more than their own. They scroll through your chats, reading your old messages, holding their phone like it's the only connection left to life. They try to type the truth many times. I'm not okay. I'm sick. There's something I need to tell you. The name you're avoiding, the one your soul already knows, is becoming clearer with every word. You're feeling it right now, aren't you? That sudden sting behind your eyes, that tightness in your throat, that ache in your chest, that moment when your mind whispered their name even though you didn't want to hear it. That is not imagination. That is destiny revealing the truth in slow, painful layers so your heart doesn't collapse all at once. This person's love for you is so deep, so pure, so unconditional that they'd rather suffer alone than let you carry even 1% of their pain. But the universe has decided, it's time. The truth will reach you soon. Their name is coming closer. Their reality is coming closer. And the moment destiny finally reveals it, nothing in your world will feel the same. My beloved child, destiny is opening yet another hidden door for you right now. There is a reason your heart feels heavier with every line. A reason your breath slows when a certain face comes to mind. A reason you suddenly feel like you're standing at the edge of a truth you're not ready for. Because you are. The person hiding their sickness from you is fighting a battle that has taken more from them than you can imagine. Their strength is slipping. Their hope flickers. Their body is tired. But their love for you, that is the only thing keeping them from breaking completely. They hold on to your memory when the pain gets unbearable. They replay your voice in their mind like a lifeline. They whisper your name when fear takes over. They look at your photos for courage. And every day, they wonder how much longer they can keep pretending. Every day, they fear the moment you finally see through their smile. Amen. Blessing 444. Another powerful truth is rising, and it's impossible to escape now. This person wants to tell you everything, so desperately. There have been moments when they almost did. When they opened their mouth to speak. When they typed a long message. When they stared at their phone with trembling hands. When they waited for the right moment. But the words never came out. Not because they didn't trust you, but because they love you too much to see tears in your eyes. They love you too much to give you sleepless nights. They love you too much to let guilt eat your heart. So they swallow their pain. They cry alone. They pretend everything is normal. They say they're busy, when in reality, they're tired. They say they've been resting, when in reality, they're fighting to breathe. They say they're okay, because they want you to believe the illusion. But deep down, they're slipping. Quietly. Painfully. Silently. Amen. Blessing 222. It's coming closer. Strong. Sharp. Unavoidable. You know exactly who it is. Your soul whispered it before your mind could deny it. Your heart paused when their face flashed in your thoughts. Your energy shifted the moment you imagined losing them. And that reaction, right there, was destiny confirming the truth. This person has always been a part of your emotional foundation. Someone whose presence shaped you. Someone whose absence would break you. Someone whose love built parts of you that you don't even recognize yet. And now, the universe is preparing you because you must not be blindsided when the truth finally crashes into your life. Their silence will not last much longer. Something is coming. A message. A whisper. A moment. And when it arrives, the truth will hit you with all the force destiny has been warning you about. Amen. Blessing 555.